When did we get so hurt? When did we, who hurt us so bad to where, actually, nope, I know who hurt us. Ooh. Focus. Thank you. What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. It is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. I'm really working on getting a good schedule down to film videos, so if it's sporadic for now until I get my mojo going, but just know that things are in the works, and you know, I plan on being here for a while, so it's a marathon, not a race. So I wasn't going to comment on the whole Monique situation, but clearly you can tell by the title, that's what we're here to do. This has been a subject that has been raging through the streets that hold our family reunions and cookouts and all these beautiful, glorious, melanated situations, and it's been dividing us yet again, and it shouldn't. At least I don't think it should. But it is, and so I kind of wanted to talk about that. I was, a little skeptical about giving my opinion because I really know that no one gives a good God problematic damn about my opinion. And again, I know this. The reason why I decided to come and make a commentary on the whole situation is because I recently watched over the weekend a documentary on Netflix entitled In My Mother's Garden. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. It's on Netflix right now. When I would go on Netflix, it would always pop up. I do appreciate it, and so that's why I do watch it, and I'm glad I watched it. Okay. In My Mother's Garden is a Netflix documentary that follows a group of black women. It's told through the lens of these black women, telling their black stories through generational memories, traditions, and recounts on the journey to radical self-love and self-care and healing.
So you know how most black people who ain't from New Orleans, they got that praying grandmother and they got that cookie baking grandmama? Not me. One bet horses and one had 11 husbands.
Anything that I want to be in the world, I can't be that if I'm not willing to wrestle with my own demons and overcome them.
I think that black women often aren't exposed to the idea that healing is possible.
We have to call the names of the people that have brought us to this point.
I am Brittany, daughter of Debbie.
I'm the daughter of Antoinette.
Great-great-granddaughter of Willie Mae.
Who is the daughter of Ruth.
And it's our responsibility to make sure that our people are not invisible.
There are women like that in the world, the rememberers. And as long as you remember one thing, everything can continue.
This film is directed by Chantrell P. Lewis, and it's just a great piece of artistic film. If you're moved by stuff like that, go check it out. It's really good. I promise you won't be disappointed. A big part of who we are is where we come from, and in that documentary, even though it's tailored to daughters and their mothers, as a black son raised by a black mother, I can relate to these stories and these individuals as well, because I always said that my mother had a story before I got here. My father had a story before I got here, you feel me? And so this documentary just kind of sheds light on that. It kind of breaks down the different relationships of what a black woman as a mother is. There's all different types. It talks about the baking cookies types. It talks about the smoking cigarettes and drinking beer types. It talks about all these different types of representations and how these women raise these generations of daughters, and how the daughters can recount to, as far back as to their grandparents and to their great grandparents. And it's just a film about family. It's a film about history, it's a film about ancestry, and it's a film about pride, it's a film about pain, it's a film about all these things that I've just been really into lately, just because, first of all, that's who I am. I'm a deep mother. And so I like stuff like that. It deals with that type of situation. And as I watched it, I just could not help to think about the fire that Monique is under right now, when no one may have solicited her opinion, as most people never do for virtually anybody. Does that keep them from giving their opinion? No. Does that keep you from giving your opinion? Let's be honest, no. Monique has domed herself as our black auntie. I feel like she has, the right to speak out of love. When did we get so hurt? When did we, who hurt us so bad to where, actually, I know who hurt us, and that's a whole nother video. But for real, how are we so damaged to where somebody comes at us in love and makes a comment about something that is within the family? Yeah, she did it, you know, in public, but because she is a public person and because this is a public matter, if you aren't familiar with what Monique said, she basically made a comment about bonnets. Here, I'll play a little bit of it. Hell.
Hey, my sweet babies. It took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment. And I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love. And as we begin to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count, and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves?
So she basically made a video about how she was at the airport and she just saw a whole bunch of young black women wearing these bonnets. Now, if you're unfamiliar in black culture, what a bonnet is a hair protector for black women, usually before or after or even during getting their hair done. They wear these bonnets out of protection. Usually you wear it around the house, you wear it to go to sleep. Usually, I'm not a black woman, so I'm not speaking on, you know, that's not what I'm doing. Don't come for me. I'm talking to my folks that are watching this. That's not. A bonnet is used for hair protection, and Monique, basically something that you wear inside the house, something that you wear with pajamas, or something that you wear to go to bed, nothing that you wear out in public. She expressed her auntiness and was like, check it. Look, I'm tired of going to the airport. I'm tired of seeing y'all in it. If I see you in it, I'm gonna come. Hey, my babies. Hey, my sweet loves. You know how Monique is. That's what she does. And it's just so inviting. Like, it's just, you know, like whenever somebody comes at you like that, like how are your guards up? Like, how are you so in your feeling that you get so mad, you know? And basically Patti LaBelle or some other, you know, performer that was older than her came and tapped her on the shoulder when she was a young buck coming up and said, you need to get your shit together, girl. And she was also saying how she was so grateful that that person did that and how that made her do better for herself. And I use that reluctantly because what is do better? I get it. Monique made these comments where she was basically saying, like, it's not a good look, leave it at the house, have pride in your appearance. When you walking at the house wearing that bonnet with your hair tucked inside, hiding your natural hair, whatever the case may be, you're not having pride. Growing up black, I don't think there's any black culture where leaving the house without some kind of kip was a non-negotiable. Like Judy, my mother, she would have us slicked up, oiled up, I mean we were, you know, like she took pride in our appearance. Like we didn't really have much growing up, but she made sure that we were dressed, like, you know, because we are a representation of our parents. And I know that we are trying to break away from that, and it's okay to be individuals, but you know, we are that representation of each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like people felt attacked when you say that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like there was more to the situation. There was more to what she was trying to say. It's not just about the bonnet. It's about what the bonnet represents. Now, today, some people will say this, some people won't say it. The bonnet, it's attached to the ratchet girl, the ghetto girl, the this and that girl. All these labels that I really don't care to reiterate. I don't really care to put that out into the world. You get to thinking like, okay, these are labels given to us. Do I want to represent that? It doesn't matter what you want to represent. You represent what you want to represent. Okay, I think she was going to more the factor of what that represents in the grand scheme of things. Be at the airport and you'll see some ladies with the, you know, Daisy Duke cut off shorts, or like the pajamas, like, you know, granted, like you're at the airport and you're not trying to dress fly, I get it, but there's like comfortable clothes that you can wear. Like I travel enough, that wasn't a flex. I travel enough to where like I know like what airport comfort is, and you can travel comfort without looking like you rolled out of the bed 16 seconds ago and got onto your flight. Like, and again, like all this is relative, because at the end of the day is that you know the type of stereotypical labels that the type of individuals that wear bonnets out in public a lot get. Okay, I won't really go into that. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to bridge a gap, not cause more gaps, and I'm also here just to share perspective. Monique is seen from the old school way, where back then, like, you didn't leave the house any kind of way. I'm sorry, you didn't. And it was nothing like because you cared about what other people think. You care about how you look. And I think that that's where people are butting heads at, or they're trying to split hairs. Like, I don't think Monique was saying, oh, you know, you should dress up for them or for people. That's not what she was saying. She was saying that you should dress up for yourself. Like, you should care about yourself to not leave the house any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, if you have that self-love, and if you're like, you know, hell, I love myself, I'm gonna leave the house in these booty shorts, these pink Hello Kitty fluffy slippers, this 4-day-old eyelashes glued with one eyelash on, you know who you are. I'm only saying this because I love you. If you want to leave the house like that, hey, then do it. It's about representation. How do you represent yourself? I used to feel some type of way when I used to go out to clubs back in Houston, even some out here, I feel like in California, but they would have a dress code on there that says no baggy clothes, no baggy jeans, no loose shirts, no sports cap, no Jordans, no sneakers. They have these dress codes because that type of attire, race aside, that type of attire would bring certain type of energy, type of, you know, situations, and a lot of places wasn't dealing with that. All that stuff ties into it. It's about representation. It's about taking respect and honoring what you look like before you leave the house. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be dolled up every time you leave the house. I'm not. There's some times where, like, okay, like if I'm going specifically somewhere where I don't have to leave the car, it could be like I could probably be arrested for how I leave the house, so I get it. But if I gotta step out into a mass area in public, like, I'm going to be presentable in some type of way. We are like family, and that also puts me in the areas, like, unfortunately, like yes, by the outside world, I know that we don't like to be grouped together, but god damn it, we are. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we should definitely take pride in that, and take pride and love in ourselves, because god damn it, the world is watching. Because damn it, the world is watching, and as they should be, and we should give them something to watch and look at and appreciate and hold pride in that. And honestly, that could be a lot to ask. It could be a lot to bear, but you're not doing it alone. It's not all on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just about, you know, back in the day, there used to be this saying that says, you know, thank God I don't look like what I've been through. And that's a word, you know what I'm saying? Like, as black people, we have been through our own struggle, and so it is sometimes it's imperative just to be able just to walk out and to look presentable in a world that is sometimes looking at you like trash. I mean, it is what it is. And not giving a damn, separating the two, not doing it to please them, doing it for who you are and having pride in who you are, no matter what. Because don't get it twisted. Whether you show up there, okay, in a Louis Vuitton, chiffon, you know, Balenciaga, whatever the hell that stuff is called, or that bonnet with them cut off pajama pants that turn into hoochie coochie shorts, and that little old shirt that you use to to just wear around the house to make grits in and stuff like that. And no matter if you're wearing either one of those uniforms, they're gonna think what they want to think about you either way. So I'm not saying it. I'm not. So this is not. And I don't think Monique meant it in a way where she meant to say do it for them to appease them. No, it's about representing yourself. Like after watching this documentary where like it goes into this detail where it's like we are one. We are represented as we are one in general. You know, race barriers, ethnicity around whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about strictly to my black sisters and brothers who wear bonnets. Be blessed. We are one, and we do, and just like Monique said, like she doesn't apologize for making it her business to say, hey, I love you enough to say this is what that represents. And if you want to represent that, then do you. I can't tell you what to do, but as your auntie from whoever sides, first, third, and sixth removed, she felt the need to tell you out of love. And I feel like because it came out of love, where is the problem? Even if you don't like with what she has to say, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't come at it in a way, even though she did say she would touch you. And here's the thing. I do believe that she would do it, but at the same time, Monique, Generation Z, they got that smoke, and I just, you know, she comes from an old school, and it's just like this. There's this respect factor. I don't know. Like I look at Monique as like, again, she's like my mom's age. She's like up there, my mom's generation. My mom loved her. Like she does represent like a lot of that auntie feel. You know that you know where it's coming out of truth, but love. You know what I mean? And I feel like when people get upset at stuff like that that's coming out of love, there's obviously a deflection going on. There's obviously something in what that person said that is striking a chord within you that was already there from within you. Because if you were really confident in yourself, if you were really in love with who you are, you wouldn't react to anybody's message like that, even if it was something that like didn't pertain to you or out of pocket. You wouldn't jump out of your face like that and get down in somebody's face and threaten to put hands on somebody that could be your mother or your grandmother. Like you weren't raised like that. I know you weren't raised like that. I was there. I wasn't there, but I was there. And so like that's my issue. Like you didn't agree with what she had to say. Cool. All right. Keep wearing your bonnet. Do what you got to do. But I feel like it's just one of those things that, you know, you represent more than just who you are. Okay. And I think that if people really, you know, understand that like divided is where we, you know, is where we suffer. But when we come together and remember who we are and that we are as a unit, we are a unit of diversity. We are a unit of education status. We are a unit of different complexions. We are a unit of different. And when we come and we walk into that, like, can't no one really tell us anything ever. And so the same thing, brothers. Brothers, sagging pants, same way. If Bill Cosby, don't scratch, somebody else. Give me. Let's say if Samuel L. Jackson saw you in the mall and he said, "Hey, brother, hey man, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I come to tell you in love, man, pick up your pants. Stop showing your ass. Like you are literally showing your ass." Do you know what that means? Do you know where sagging came from? I won't be the one to tell you. I'll let you go Google that yourself. This is a somewhat family channel. And this is not a judgment video. This is not a judgment video whatsoever. I love our culture and I love my people and I love the complexities that brings. And I love the fact that we are the originals and the trendsetters for a lot of things that are popular, for a lot of things that are going to be popular. We are the originators of that. Look at TikTok, okay? Look at skin tans. Look at big butts and big lips and our dance moves. And you know, you go to a country bar and you'll hear a hip hop song. Now, if you go to Houston and go to Grooves, shout out to Grooves, okay, and you hear Randy Travis in there, you feel what I'm saying? Like we carry a lot of that on our shoulders, and there shouldn't be any pressure, and we should carry that with pride. Like we should be representing ourselves with the, first of all, that we don't care what nobody think, okay? But not caring what somebody thinks doesn't mean that we don't care what we think about ourselves, because how you represent that will show how you feel about yourself. Am I making sense? Am I chiming home somebody? So in conclusion, the documentary In My Mother's Garden brought you back to reality. It brought you back to that level of pride, to that level of diversities, yet similarities that we all share as a people, regardless of relation, mother and daughter, sons, whatever the case may be. It brought you back to that kind of home base of who you are, and always just to remind yourself of who you are, and that you are loved, and that somebody coming at you doesn't mean that you have to fight all the time and nuck if you buck. Like, accept the love. I love you. Same thing. Accept the love. Some of you humans wouldn't know love if they took the bonnet off your head themselves, combed your hair, patted your tummy, and rubbed your bum at the same time. Okay? I love you. Be blessed. Gone now. Leave a comment below, sound off. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video. I suggest that you stick around and subscribe. Like the video, share it, and let me know what you feel about what I had to say. Give me some ideas of what you guys want to see. I'm still in the nitpicking process because I don't trust my own ideas yet, so I'm reaching out for them. I can't promise a video like this every day or even 3 times a week, but I promise you may not know what you're gonna get until you get it, but it'll be 100% me. All right, till next time.